Hey, Rich Tyson here. I got a quick question for you, my fellow property owners in the city of Rochester. So this is like the second or third time this has happened to me in the last year, and it's a little frustrating to say the least. So I received a notice in the mail, a nice little package of papers of an invoice for trash pickup for, let's see, code enforcement refuse violation. So it's a fee of $95. Now, they're saying that this is the case because they sent me a picture that shows that there were some mattresses disposed of in front of a property that I own. This happens to be on Portland Avenue, right? So they send that along with a scanned copy of the pink slip that they supposedly put on the door of the property itself, indicating that this issue needed to be resolved. I guess trying to get me, the property owner, or the tenant to resolve this issue, with the result being that if the issue is not resolved, that they're gonna send me a fine or a fee for $95. So I call the city and say to them, well, you put a pink slip on a door of a property that I own, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm gonna get it. It could be a multifamily property, the tenant could not be there. In this case, it's 10 months worth of squatting that's been taking place there. So, if they're not paying me rent, I doubt that they're gonna care about me incurring a fee or a fine of $95 for improper trash disposal. Before all that, there's no proof that this trash came from me, the tenants, or even from the property. I mean, there's trash blowing all over the city, right? So this thing could be from anywhere. I've had this experience before. So the other thing that kind of bothers me about all this is that the city mandates that we have a local contact on file for any properties owned within the city that are rental properties, right? So anytime I make a new acquisition, I've got to go down, fill out the little piece of paper, tell them my name and my telephone number. If you go to cityofrochester.gov and type in any property now in their search tool, it'll give you a local contact. So the city itself houses a database with contact information for every property owner. So they don't call me to say, hey, Rich, got a problem over here, can you come resolve it? Whether it's something created by my tenant or not, I'd be happier to go have someone pick up the mattress and dispose of it as opposed to paying the city $95 to do so. They don't send any notice to my office saying, hey, you've got a problem over here, come resolve it or we're gonna hit you for $95. But they can get the invoice to my office telling me that this issue hasn't been resolved and that I now need to pay them $95. So is anybody else experiencing that out there? And if anybody from the city catches wind of this video, could you guys maybe try this a little differently? Pick up the phone and call the local contact that you mandate is on record within the city's website itself. And secondly, my office is within the city limits. Send a notice to my office saying, hey, we got a problem over here, instead of just waiting until the fine comes out and then sending that to me. So I'd welcome some feedback from you, fellow housing providers and property owners in the city. And if anybody from the city wants to comment on it, I'd be thrilled to hear why this is the process, that you guys, the only thing you can actually get to me personally is the actual charge and not all of the things leading up to the charge being issued. Talk to you guys soon. See ya.